Hello, my name is Bruce Hester, and I've been overseeing the installation of this wonderful Wurlitzer organ. The organ has been fully rebuilt and installed by a very dedicated band of people who have given freely of their time and their labours. Let's now take a look inside the instrument and see the result of their efforts and how it all operates. Well, these pipes directly behind me, the large wooden ones, are the 16-foot diaphone pipes, and they are an extension of the open diapason, which is the basic organ tone of most organs. The metal pipes beside me are the 8-foot extension of the open diapason, and then to my left we have what we call the ophicleides. These are the 16-foot extension of the tuba horn. They're a very large reed pipe and make quite a raucous sort of sound. On my right we have the swell shutters which control the volume of the sound going into the auditorium, and they open up in this fashion in the style of Venetian blinds, only vertically instead of horizontally. Shortly in front of these swell shutters we will have the two 4-rank pipe chests which will contain all the other smaller pipes of the organ, and when the chambers are complete we'll have a total of just on 980 pipes in these chambers, along with all the other percussions and traps, regulators and tremulants, which all go in to make the theatre organ what it is. Well, now here we are again, and as you can see that this big chest has now arrived and been put into position. This chest will hold 4 ranks of pipes, and on the front here we have the tuba horn. Then we have the old orchestra, which is a string rank. Here we have the open diapason, which is your basic organ tone, and on the back here we have the viol celeste, which is another string, and that's tuned slightly back to just give a slight beat against the other strings. Underneath we now have the regulators which control the airflow into the chest, which you probably can't see on this film, but you may get a glimpse of it there. And when the tremulant's on, those regulators will shake up and down. And when in actual fact you're in here and the organ is working, it gives the organ the appearance of being rather like perhaps a steam engine. It's living and breathing and gives it that sort of aspect. I've already discussed these pipes on this side of the chamber, which are all in a big heavy 16-foot pipe. In a few moments we'll move down a little bit further, and then we'll come on to the other soundboard, which has got some more ranks of pipes on it. Well, now we move down now to this other chest, which is also a 4-rank chest. And this chest has on it the vox humana, the clarinet, the solo string, and the concert flute. The concert flute on this organ is a particularly good quality flute and sounds very nice. Underneath you can see the regulators and the tremulants, which are all part of the necessary equipment to make the theatre organ sound the way it does. In a few moments we'll move down to the other chamber, onto the big 7-rank chest, and we'll have a look and see what's in there. Well, now we're into the solo chamber, and here we have the rather large 7-rank chest, and this chest has on it, starting from the shutters, is the canura, the brass trumpet, the oboe horn, the quintadina, the tibia causa, the orchestral oboe, and right on the extreme outside, the brass saxophone. Now, these are quite loud stops and really penetrate when the organ is playing. Well, we're about to take you up to look at the 32-foot diaphones, and when we go up there you'll notice also the harp, the cathedral chimes and the chrysoglot. And keep your eye open for the big octopus in the middle of the platform. One of the important features of the installation of the organ, of course, is to look after the workers. And here Anita Kane is shown preparing a very delicious morning tea, and by the look on Roy Preston's face, it looks as though it's being well enjoyed by all present. Well, now we've moved out into the workroom where the relay is situated, and I'm going to introduce these two gentlemen to you. On my left is Don Bladier, and on my right is Ray Rutledge, and these two gentlemen have featured very prominently in the construction and the wiring of this relay. And now here's Don to explain something of its workings.
Thank you. Well, this is a solid-state relay that we've been working on for quite a few years now. It replaces the old electro-pneumatic relay and switch action. Each of these small boards here represents one stop on the organ. Each row represents a keyboard, like that's the grate, the accomp, the solo and the pedal. And these red looms here is the outputs of the stop section, which couples up to the driver transistors, which then drives the notes on the pipes. And we'll tell them we've just chopped it off like all the rest of the extras we found.
The magnificent rosewood console with 3 manuals and pedal board is equipped with second touch keys on the grate and manuals. The pizzicato on the grate, pedal and accompaniment, and with a sustain on the grate manual operated by a toe button next to the swell pedals. The solo chest is now equipped with its pipes, and here you see the gleaming brass trumpet and saxophone. The wooden pipes are the tibia, and the rest are oboe horn, quintadina and canura. Here you see the toy counter and the tune percussions. The instruments on the toy counter are the real thing and are operated from the console keys by an electrical and pneumatic action. Above are the xylophone, glockenspiel and tuned sleigh bells. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the organ now having been completely installed, regulated and tuned, it is with much pleasure that we hand back to you the reinstalled and rebuilt famous Dendy Wurlitzer.